All right, let's do a sound check. Let's do a 1-2 check 1-2. I don't hear what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. And we welcome all of you. 1-2 check 1-2 1-2 1 2 3 4 5. All right, that sounds pretty good. 1 2 3 4 5. Let's mute. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. Scott Dvorak, say something.
Yes, sir. Good to be here. Nice to see you.
There we go. Awesome. All right, and we have crowd effects. We're golden. All right. Metcalf was able to hold that, but they stayed with the puck back behind the net. Blue got it, took a chance out in front to Zeal with a tap in that will score. Parks out of the shotgun, takes the snap, stepping, looking, back shoulder fade to Mackey, and he catches it for a Red River touchdown.
It's time for the best in local sports coverage with KNOX Live Sports and News Radio 1310 KNOX.
Puck goes through to the high slot, picked up Lovejoy, wrister, and he scores. Reardon working right side, defended the entire way. A stop by Dookie. She looks into J.C. Reardon, the high-low is there.
The following is a presentation of KNOX Live Sports, presented by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales.
Off to the right, down to the doorstep. Hoganson, a backhander, he scores. What a play for Griffin Hoganson.
Let's go live to tonight's presentation.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you tonight to East Grand Forks Senior High School for the start of high school basketball on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports, and also tonight on KNOX Radio. Tonight we start with a great rivalry matchup, the battle for Polk County, or at least this side of it. Tonight the Crookston Pirates will come to town to take on the East Grand Forks Green Wave in what is always a highly spirited affair between a couple of teams that really like to get at each other in any sport that they can match up in. And tonight they'll match up in boys basketball for the opener of the season. Couldn't think of a better way to open up a season tonight when it comes down to Minnesota basketball, the AA level, and two good ones here tonight between Crookston and East Grand Forks. Ryan Cunningham, Scott Dvorak with you this evening. Joey Springer has our videography work tonight. Scott, you've done 218 basketball seasons in your life. Okay, maybe that's a lot. Maybe not quite that many. But there's nothing like starting a new one every year. It's just there's a lot of excitement around it all the time, isn't there?
Yeah, I can't believe it's here already. As I age, time flies, that's for sure.
I certainly didn't mean to insinuate that you're aging. You look as young as you did back when you were playing for Lincoln.
Yeah, I feel it, yeah. I'll be 60 coming up here in a couple months, and it's like I feel it, so.
Well, tonight, East Grand Forks and Crookston. I know you had a chance to chat with the head coach of the East Grand Forks Green Wave, Michael Mahar, and that's one of the storylines to get this one started tonight is that they're under new leadership. Not exactly new, Coach Mahar's been on the staff before. He takes over for Josh Perkowitz. I had a chance to talk to Josh earlier this week, and he wants to be a dad. He wants to go out and see his kids play, and all of us face that moment at some point, and Josh faced it this year. Michael Mahar steps in to take over, wants to make defense and rebounding part of moving this team to the next level. He said this team could win in the 80s last year, but struggled to win in the 50s. He wants a team that can win on both sides of that. When you hear that as a coach, what does that make you think about?
Well, I've known him for a few years. I used to coach his daughter in traveling, so I got to talk to him a little bit too. We didn't get into much details on that. He just told me a little bit about that they're looking for some leadership to step up, and they're not that tall. So that's kind of some of the things that he talked to me about. But if you're in the 80s before and 50s, it's all about scoring. Now you just got to see if you get some of your younger guys to step up and take over that role of hitting a few shots for the team. So
absolutely. Pre-game report tonight brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. And also brought to you tonight by True North Equipment. True to your values, ready to serve you with 10 locations throughout the Red River Valley. We are on video tonight, KNOX Live Sports. You can search for us. It's KNOX TV at YouTube. You'll be able to find us there with our coverage coming up here for tonight. Let's take a look at Drive for the Title before we take our first break in our pregame report. And this is how they stack up as far as the season so far this year when it comes down to Drive for the Title. And you can see on your screen, for those of you on the video side, there's a lot of zeros in the standings at that point. Those of you on the radio side, we can tell you that War Road has played 2 games. They're 1-1 this season. No one else has played a thing as of last night. There may have been some results that snuck in last night that we weren't aware of, but nobody's played anything. You can see it's a huge section. War Road, Barnesville, Crookston, Dilworth, Glendon, Felton, East Grand Forks, Hawley, Monaga, Osakis, Park Rapids area, Perham, Roseville, Staples, Motley, Thief River Falls, Wadena. It's classic Section 8, Scott. You cover a lot of ground if you're going to play in Northwest Minnesota.
Yeah, and that's something that when I talked to Mike Mahar, we had talked about practice, and he said that they've had like 19 practices. He's been doing last week 2 a day, and he said that he's ready to play against some other, challenges, some other teams and somebody different.
Absolutely. Well, that makes sense because you play a whole bunch of games, and so in the long run, you don't really get the opportunity to do a lot of practicing after the season starts. So you've got to get things in. I believe his modus operandi that he told us about has been to get guys in the gym, taking shots, working on the fundamentals of their game early, and then game establishment and conditioning at the end of the day, and that's how he's been running his 2-a-days, and it sounds like a good process.
Yeah, when you're a young team, you got to try to figure out, who's going to step up for you now, who's going to be your leaders, and that's what he was saying. He wants to see some leaders step up and who that's going to be, and, early games like this is a point for him to try to see some of that happening and who's going to do that for him, so.
It's going to be an interesting night tonight, though. It's always fun to start off another season, and we're going to do that tonight here on KNOX Live Sports and KNOX Radio. That's Drive for the Title, and again, on the right-hand side of your screen, folks, you can see the top 10 in Minnesota AA. And a lot of it, again, you've got the private school influence that comes into this. Minnehaha Academy, number 4. Holy Family, number 5. Marantha Christian, number 9. Goodhue is the number 1 ranked team in Minnesota at this level. Montevideo, Jackson County Central going 2-3 in that level. And of course, we're looking forward to what should be a very competitive section season coming up here as we get ready to go in Section 8 AA basketball. We're going to take a break in our pregame report. When we come back, we'll have a conversation with Michael Mahar, the head coach of the East Grand Forks Green Wave. We'll take a look at the players to watch in this one tonight as we continue with our coverage of Green Wave basketball this evening. We are here tonight at East Grand Forks Senior High School, and it's a pleasure to have you along for our pregame report, brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel and True North Equipment. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports, and we're back with more next.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
In Grand Forks, it's about more than just where you live. It's about the people you trust when life happens. At Logan Karski State Farm, we're proud to protect what matters most. I'm Logan Karski with State Farm, and we'd be honored to be your good neighbor.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
Hey, this is Pastor Paul. I'd like to welcome you to Hope Church, especially if you're a person that doesn't have a place where you hang out spiritually. We would love for you to come and experience hope and find God. Hope Church, 9, 10:30, and 6 p.m. on Sundays. For more information, you can check out gfhope.org.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for two.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick 6 meal for two for $19.99.
H&S Electrical Services is proud to support local high school sports. From homes to industry, we deliver safe, reliable electrical solutions. Locally owned and operated, our skilled team ensures quality and service you can trust. H&S, trusted in your homes and businesses.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Nelson Auto in Grand Forks is proud to sponsor area athletics. We know the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto in Grand Forks, home to Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports from East Grand Forks Senior High School tonight. Tonight, we have coverage of the Green Wave and the Pirates. It's East Grand Forks and Crookston. The opener for both teams coming up here this evening, and it should be a fun one tonight. Ryan Cunningham, Scott Dvorak with you. Joey Springer has our audio work, or I should say rather our video work here tonight on KNOX Live Sports. You can find our link to watch the game on our website, knoxradio.com. Look underneath the sports tab on the home page and find the live sports link. That will take you to the page with the window right there. You can also find us direct on YouTube by searching KNOX TV on YouTube. Well, our pregame report brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel, and brought to you by True North Equipment. True to your values, ready to serve you with 10 locations throughout the Red River Valley. Good conversation with the new head coach of East Grand Forks, Michael Maher, tonight. An opportunity to talk to the new skipper for this Green Wave team, and we began by talking about just how anxious a team can be after what you just heard from Coach Dvorak. 19 practices, 2-a-days for a while to finally play somebody else. We had that comment to get started tonight.
Coach, you in Minnesota, you get about 10 practices before your first game and about 10 practices for the entire rest of the season, and then you're playing about 80 games, it seems like, throughout the course of that time. I know those are a bit of an exaggeration, but from the standpoint of scrambling to get things in, these first couple of weeks aren't just about the first opponent. You really have to get a lot of work done to get ready for a season in these first couple of weeks, don't you?
We have focused very little on an opponent right now. We have taken care of our business. Not only is there your install of your offense, and we're changing what we run a little, your install of your defense, which we're altering a little of that. Although I've been on the staff for all these years, we were going to make this change anyway. But then there's also the, you got to get your guys in proper conditioning, get some shots up. I mean, everybody's shot's a little rusty this time of year. So yeah, that's a lot to pack in. Our guys they're committed enough. They were showing up in the mornings. We're getting our shots up in the mornings and then going through install, conditioning, and strength in the afternoon. And we did that through Thanksgiving. We took Thanksgiving Day off, and that's about it.
Well, it's time to get back to a new season now today, and I noticed that when speaking with you via email about your keys for tonight and that type of thing, you mentioned the glass and you mentioned defending with passion. And you've had a team that could definitely get up the floor the last couple of years, score a lot of points in a lot of really competitive games. So when you focused on that, did you feel like those aspects, defending with passion, being better on the glass. Did you feel like those are the things that can maybe elevate East Grand Forks to that next level?
Exactly. And, when we're limited size wise, and which is what we are. I mean, it's no mystery out there that we are limited by size. Winning sort of that neutral zone, they would call it in hockey. That area is where we need to live in that neutral court area. And then committing to defend or to rebound as a team. Getting 5 guys on the defensive glass, everybody with a body on somebody. It just has to be who we are, because it's the hand you're dealt, right? We don't have the luxury of knowing our 6-7 guy is going to get the board, and so we're going to get easy runouts, right? So we commit to, and we never know who's going to lead us in rebounding, right? It's wherever the ball bounces. If it bounces right on this side and I happen to be on the right, we might get led in rebounding by, or we might get led in rebounding by Raphael Jones, who knows.
Coach, let's kind of talk about what that defensive aspect means to you. When you say defending with passion, are you talking about picking up guys when they get to the half line? Are we talking about an 84, 94-foot game? What do you think that style of defense is going to be for East Grand Forks this year?
I think we're going to change it up all over the place. Ultimately, what we would like to do, I remember those old Villanova teams, the Jay Wright old Villanova teams. I remember them being such an issue because they could beat you in the 50s and they could beat you in the 80s. And so what we've struggled with, as we get into playoffs and possessions get more valuable, is we've struggled winning games in the 50s. We've been able to win games in the 80s forever. So we're trying to become more multi. And but when I say defending with passion, I mean, what we talk about it all the time. Like in East Grand Forks, when you take the court, you're born to defend. You get to play offense, but we're born to defend, right? Whether we're playing man, whether we're playing zone, whether we're trapping somebody, picking you up to full court, whether we're playing you in the half, whatever the defense is on that possession, we always say it's for your lungs. It's for your lungs, right? Like we're not just putting money on this thing. It's for a body part. We're putting our lungs on the line, and score points on us. Or easy buckets, I shouldn't say, because people will score points, but uncontested shots are not tolerated by the culture of our team.
And then finally, Coach, if you're going to do that, obviously depth is a factor. You can be small if you got a lot of guys that can play, but you have to have a lot of guys that can play. So as you've seen it develop over these first couple of weeks, the men that came back to you, along with what you've been able to develop in these first couple of weeks, do you think you have the bodies to be able to pull that off?
Yeah, and whether you're playing 8 and changing up how much you press and how much you back off, whether you're playing 10 or 11 and picking people up, the full length, we're going to vary on both of that. And our depth is coming along nicely. I was able to coach our JV the past few years, and building that depth. They're my guys now. My guys are going to be providing the depth, and and they already know the expectations, and they know what's, some nights that might mean I'm getting 20 minutes a game, and some nights I might barely see the floor, and the game decides it, right? And they have to accept that role. And that's the downside of depth, right? Being a guy that's the 9th guy on the bench, right? That's what you have to do. But our depth is coming along nicely, and our conditioning is coming along nicely. So we're looking forward to finally throwing it up for real tonight. I'll tell you that.
Those comments earlier tonight from Michael Maher, the head coach of East Grand Forks in his first year as the head coach. And quickly, before we take a look at our players to watch for tonight, Scott, it seems like Coach Maher has a plan. I mean, you can definitely tell that in talking with him. They seem to have looked back on what they've been the last couple of years. They've identified some places that they want to be stronger at, and they've really been comprehensive about how they're approaching this year. You can hear there's a lot of plan in the way that he's talking about his team this day.
Well, I was looking up from last year. They finished 19-9 on their season. They ended up losing to Pelican Rapids in the 8AA semifinals. So, yeah, he's like he said, with all those practices and all the shooting, and, he wants to find out who's going to be their leaders now and who's going to hit those shots. So, kind of like I'd said before. So, yeah, he's got a game plan, but he's going to have to see who's going to develop for him too. But he's had him since JV, like he said. So
we'll see what happens. Let's take a look at the players to watch tonight with our game tools. Our game tools are brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Logan Karski is your agent in Grand Forks. Brand new to the Grand Forks area, although not so new anymore. He's been around for pretty close to a year now. He's ready to come up with a game plan to protect what's important to you. Home, auto, life, health, your family. You've got it covered with State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm Insurance is there. Logan Karski is your agent in Grand Forks. For East Grand Forks, for those of you looking on your video feed tonight, Carson McDonald, 19.6 points per game. Chase Lindgren, 17 points per game. And then the really athletic Jez Jones at 7.5 points per game. It's exciting what this team can still do offensively. For Crookston, Reggie Windham, according to their head coach, the only player that comes back with significant time, no numbers provided. It would seem like East Grand Forks a bit of a favorite in this first one tonight.
Well, I know for sure that McDonald's going to be good. I know his dad back in the 1992 area was an all-state basketball player for the Munich Magicians back in my hometown area, up in that area, a part of North Dakota. So, yeah, I think they've got a little bit of talent. I haven't, gotten any information on Crookston, but if that's the only guy that they got back, then maybe East Grand Forks has a little upper hand and a little bit more experience.
We'll see if that play is off for East Grand Forks tonight. We'll come up with another break in our pregame report brought to you tonight by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel and True North Equipment, true to your values, ready to serve you with 10 locations throughout the Red River Valley. When we come back, we'll take a look at our keys for the game. That's in just a couple of moments as our pregame report continues. Our coverage of high school basketball, Crookston at East Grand Forks, continues next on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
It's game day, and whether you're feeding the family or the entire team, Hugo's is the place to go. Score big with favorites from the meat department, delicious fresh veggies, and don't forget about the bakery to celebrate the big win. Hugo's Family Marketplace, your game day headquarters.
Thief River Glass handles it all. Aluminum storefronts, auto glass, windows, shower enclosures, and more. Just like our athletes, we're built for every season. No job is too big or too small. Call 218-681-1333 for year-round dependable service.
When you're looking for a change of pace, a change of routine, or a change of scenery, we'll help you find what's next. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
For expert sales and service, visit Acme Equipment or online at acmekubota.com.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersales.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham, Scott Dvorak with you here tonight. Our pregame report brought to you by True North Equipment, true to your values, and ready to serve you with 10 locations in the Valley, and brought to you tonight by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. Let's take a look at our keys for the game this evening, and our keys for the game brought to you by Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World. Let's start with the keys to the game for the Crookston Pirates here tonight. And we'll go back to the Crookston Pirates. There we go. Now we've got it right for those of you on the video side. Defensive rebounding, limit turnovers. That's what we heard tonight from the head coach of Crookston this evening. He reached out to us. We had an opportunity to chat with him. Wanted to find out what those keys were going to be right away. And Bruce Erdman said, it's time to defend. It's time to limit turnovers. Now, for East Grand Forks tonight, their keys for the game brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Coach Mahar saying, defend with passion and compete on the glass. Those two big keys for East Grand Forks. Our keys to the game brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for this season. Every skate, every stick, every pad, every tool for the game, and precision skate sharpening. That is available for you at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. We'll pause for our national anthem. We're back with more next.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. Pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. SprayAdvantage.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
The Ski and Bike Shop proudly supports our local high school athletes on the field, the court, and beyond. Just like sports, adventure starts with the right gear. The Ski and Bike Shop, where your next adventure begins.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with Harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports tonight. We are at East Grand Forks Senior High School. It's Crookston and East Grand Forks in the season lid lifter for high school basketball tonight. Ryan Cunningham, Scott Dvorak, and Joey Springer has our videography work tonight. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's matchup. First, for the visitors, the Crookston Pirates this evening. The guards will be Reggie Windjam, a 6'2 senior, Zachariah Ali, a 5'10 senior, and Colton Osborne, a 5'9 junior. The forwards are Carter Fee, a 6'2 senior, and Joshua Hespy, a 6'3 senior. The head coach of the Pirates is Bruce Erdman. For East Grand Forks tonight, no positions given, so we're going to go ahead and guess them tonight. Chase Lindgren will start, a senior at a guard. Also at guard, Carson McDonald, a senior. Tonight, guard will be Raphael Jones, a junior, and the forwards will be Brody Knutson, a senior, and Jezreel Jones, a senior. Michael Mahar is the head coach of the East Grand Forks Greenway. We're set to get started tonight. East Grand Forks, for those of you on the video side, in home green this evening. Crookston is in traveling white tonight with the navy blue and gold accents. It's green and white straight up. for East Grand Forks this evening. And the Green Wave will have Raphael Jones set to jump. East Grand Forks will send Raphael Jones up against number 1 from Crookston, Reggie Windjam, the lone returner from last year's team with a significant amount of time. And East Grand Forks wins the tap with Chase Lindgren, and no time wasted. A corner 3 that ends up empty. An offensive rebound in the paint, back to the basket. A try and a block from behind. Brody Knutson got there. Another loose basketball fought for underneath. And we'll see Josh Hespy come away for Crookston with their first rebound tonight. Crookston into the front court for their first possession this evening. It's Hespy on the left wing, looking towards the left side. Gunnar Groven. Groven will dribble back to the top, and there's a near takeaway. Ball knocked into the backcourt. Ends up being a takeaway. Raphael Jones to the basket, will be fouled. 31 seconds in. I would say, Scott, that defensive presence from East Grand Forks has paid off. They're very aggressive defensively tonight.
Well, they just got their first steal of the game, and I keep a lot of stats for our team at Red River, and if you turn the ball over a lot of times, you're going to lose that game.
First foul shot is on the way for Raphael Jones, and it's good. And that'll make it a 1-0 lead in favor of East Grand Forks. So the Green Wave take the opening lead tonight. And Raphael Jones will go to the line for his second foul shot. And number 2 is also good. 2 of 2 from the foul line. Raphael Jones knocks them both down. And it's 2-0 East Grand Forks, and the Green Wave will come out with some full court pressure. Hespy for Crookston looking to beat it with a pass up the floor. This is deflected, ends up out of bounds off of the Green Wave up in East Grand Forks' backcourt. And Crookston will play it in underneath the basket. Reggie Windjam will step across the stripe and play one in for Crookston. The Green Wave zone up defensively. Windjam looking for a hole and has a problem finding one. Turns it back out left side for Zachariah Ali and back left side for Windjam. Windjam driving down the baseline, slips, ball's out of bounds. This going back to East Grand Forks. I believe Windjam felt he was fouled there. Looked like a bump. Not sure if there was a foul, Scott.
Well, he was setting up, for him to run him over the screen, and the ref didn't call it. He called it out of bounds. That's another turnover.
So a turnover against the Crookston Pirates, and we'll see Chase Lindgren bring the ball up front and then dish off to the top of the key and get it back for East Grand Forks. Ball back out on top. McDonald pulls the trigger for 3. It's off the heel of the rim. Rebound deflected underneath, and it's pulled down by Carter Fee for Crookston. Fee up the floor to Gunnar Groven, who stops in the corner and is double teamed and is in all kinds of trouble. And we'll see a jump ball, held ball, going to be forced by East Grand Forks. Defensively, they are just smothering right now, Scott.
Yeah, they're double teaming the ball. East Grand's really moving pretty good as a team right now early on.
Groven will inbound for Crookston. Comes left side to Reggie Windjam. Windjam trying to dribble back towards the wing. He's defended well, player to player, by Dodge Hall. Windjam got in the lane, scoop layup, first field goal tonight. Reggie Windjam steps into the paint and scores in front of the basket to tie the game at 2 apiece. Lindgren up front for East Grand Forks, finding Jez Jones on the right side of the floor. Jones trying to go into the high post. Ball is knocked loose, rescued underneath. They'll find a cut for Raphael Jones. First bucket for Jones. And I believe we're going to see a warning for delay of game here on Jones. Tapped the basketball.
I think he tapped it after it went through.
Yep. And sent it towards the crowd. I'm sure that's a point of emphasis that comes up where got to step in on that and make sure that you don't cause the delay. And it will be a delay of game warning against East Grand Forks. Windjam will inbound with a Green Wave leading by a score of 4-2. Fee sends it back to Windjam, and then it deflects back to Fee as they cross the stripe. Fee looking towards the right corner, a stop, a look inside, jab step back towards the baseline, in some trouble, turned it back out, top of the key for Hespy. Groven, back to Fee, right corner 3 is good. Carter Fee stepping into a 3, and it's 5-4 Crookston. 2 minutes into the matchup, Crookston with the lead. A step inside, hard jump stop for Jez Jones. His shot's missed. We've got a whistle. And a foul, I believe, coming up on the rebound against East Grand Forks. It'll go against Raphael Jones, his first personal foul. Crookston handled the defense a little bit better, then they got an open shot.
Well, they haven't been passing, they've been dribbling against it.
Inbounds play comes into Carter Fee. Fee will be picked up down the floor by Raphael Jones. Now Jez Jones comes to get him on the stripe. Fee looking towards the right corner, reverses back top of the key, found Windjam. Deep 3 for Windjam is short. Rebound deflected. It's pulled down inside by Zachariah Ali. He goes back to Fee in the left wing. Fee a step through traffic. Windjam in the corner. Reversal to Groven. He'll pull the trigger for 3. That's off. And a rebound underneath to Raphael Jones for East Grand Forks. Green Wave up the floor, down 1. Jump stop in the lane for Lindgren and a foul. Picking him up was Groven. And I believe Groven, it'll be Fee, and that's problems now. Carter Fee has 2 early fouls for Crookston. have to manage his minutes. They've got 3 men on the bench for Crookston that are out of warm-ups, and so that might indicate the length of their perceived bench tonight. Inbounds pass comes in top of the key for Brody Knutson. Knutson looking at Jones, high court wide pass, Lindgren, baseline dribble, jump stop to the left block, and got fouled on his way to the basket. And this will put Chase Lindgren on the foul line. East Grand Forks taking a couple of shots, but it seems like it's been a lot of downhill offense when they've had the ball. They want to penetrate and get to the basket.
Yeah, they want to move the ball, but you can see early on it's rusty for both teams on some of the shots they've missed.
Foul was against Zechariah Ali, and the first foul shot for Chase Lindgren is good, and that'll make it a tie matchup at 5 apiece tonight. Our coverage brought to you by PS Garage Doors. Call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR for PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks and Devil's Lake. Both foul shots good for Chase Lindgren. East Grand Forks is 4 of 4 from the foul line, and it's a 6-5 lead for the Green Wave. And now another turnover. Jez Jones athletically to the basket with a layup. Jez Jones, the takeaway breakaway with his first basket of the night. Jez Jones makes it an 8-5 matchup, and now the Green Wave force another turnover. Ball shoveled up the floor, right side, McDonald. He'll take a 3 stepping into it. Missed it, but the ball comes back to Raphael Jones for East Grand Forks. Green Wave back to work. Little behind the back dribble. Windjam working right side. Jez Jones wanting a screen. And the screen is set up on the left by Brody Knutson, but Jones will pass against it. Here's a dribble drive by Lindgren. He got to the basket, rolls one off the heel of the rim. Another rebound inside for the Green Wave that will net a foul. Carter Fee just picked up his 3rd foul on the back of a Green Wave inside. That's inexplicable that he was left out there with 2 fouls and now has his 3rd.
Yeah, I think they kind of missed that, or they were trying to get him out of the game. But you can see both teams are just playing in a 2-3 matchup zone.
Change will be made by Crookston. The Pirates will send in, I believe, number 21, and we don't have a 21 on our roster tonight. On the JV, they've got Dominic Sanchez, a 5'9 junior, as number 21. And I wonder if we have an error in the book because they're going to call Crookston over. We've got 23 on our roster. We've got 24, we've got 20, but we don't have a 21 on our Crookston roster tonight. And I'm not sure, did Crookston use a timeout?
I'm not sure because you really can't do that during the game, bring your team over without delay a game or a technical.
Well, we don't know who number 21 is for Crookston. We do know that Jez Jones just got to the basket physically. Jez Jones with 4, cutting with the inbounds pass and scoring, makes it 10-5, East Grand Forks. You can clearly see the Green Wave have an edge in athleticism here, but they're going to see a foul called against Raphael Jones. That'll be his 2nd. That might sideline some of that athleticism.
Well, you can see that East Grand Forks is really quick, and they're putting on the pressure 3/4 court on the press, which has created 3 turnovers already for Crookston.
Spencer Larson, a senior, steps in for the Green Wave. He'll relieve Raphael Jones, who just picked up his 2nd foul tonight. East Grand Forks leading by a score of 10-5. Another pass against the pressure. East Grand Forks with a takeaway. Ball to the front court. Lindgren reversing. McDonald left corner 3. That comes off the front of the rim. Rebound through the hands of Larson, and it's picked up by Sanchez for Crookston. And we're sure, I'm pretty positive that we're not calling number 21 the right name. But that's what happens when it's not on the roster correctly. Crossover dribble, Ali from 16 airballs it. Rebound goes out of bounds and back to East Grand Forks.
The other thing on their list here, they don't have heights as some of the players. So.
Well, and the Crookston does. East Grand Forks has no heights for anybody.
Oh, that's what it is, yep.
Yeah, there's no height for there are no positions either. Just name and year. Left side of the floor, Jez Jones into the lane. A stop down low by Jacob Reither, not by Halverson, but rather by Brody Knutson. And Knutson has the ball knocked loose. And we'll see Crookston dribble back into the front court after a takeaway. Ali, left corner 3, hits it. Zechariah Ali stepping into a 3-point shot from the left wing. And that will cut the Green Wave lead to 2. Score of 10-8. Lindgren top of the key, stepping right side. Looking back left for Jones on the wing. Post up inside by Larson. High block on the left point. He'll turn it back off to the top of the key. Now to the foul line for Larson. Larson a spin, looking back out on top. Chase Lindgren. Shot clock half expired. Lindgren jabbing to the right. Spins away from a defender. Finds McDonald on a cut. His shot's contested. A loose ball knocked around. And Crookston will bring it down with Peter Wiersma, 6'5 senior, who comes in on their first change tonight. 10-8, Crookston trailing East Grand Forks by 2 on the all-true scoreboard. Little fake by Crookston's Nolan Cassavant. He'll pull up and misses on a shot from the left wing. And the rebound for East Grand Forks comes down with Brody Knutson. Knutson up front, dribble towards the left side. Lindgren, teardrop in the lane, missed it. Rebound right through the wickets on Windjam, rolls near the baseline. Green Wave save it, and East Grand Forks goes back to work. Inside a fall away that's contested, and the foul coming up as Brody Knutson got to look for his shot inside, and that'll draw a foul against East Grand Forks as Peter Wiersma. That'll be number 5 already, I believe, on Crookston. Only 2 on East Grand Forks, so the penalty is approaching here for the Green Wave as far as foul shots, and we'll see Brody Knutson knocking down a foul shot. Coach, I'm sure it warms your heart to see a team start 5 of 5 from the foul line.
Well, that sure helps your percentages of winning, right?
Absolutely. 11-8, the lead is 3. 5 of those 11 points from the foul line. Now 6 of 12, half their production has come from the foul line tonight.
One of my high school coaches says, you got to make those. That's a free throw. It's free. There's nobody guarding you.
Yeah, but I've been at the line before too, and it's not exactly automatic. Let's just go ahead and put it that way, right? Alexander Link, a junior, steps in for East Grand Forks. 12-8 your score on the all-true scoreboard. 12:38 to play in the opening half of basketball. And they do play in the half system here in Minnesota. The shot clock is 35 seconds at this level. High school in the AA level in North Dakota is 30, so that's a bit of a difference. Windjam has one knocked away from behind off the dribble. Loose basketball picked up by Larson into a 3-on-3. Jez Jones will slow up, comes back to the top of the key, finding Spencer Larson, then Jones again. Kick left corner, McDonald's wide open for 3, splashes it. Carson McDonald stepping into a 3-point shot for his first scoring tonight. And it's now 15-8, the Green Wave on top by 7. 3-point shots made tonight, brought to you by RBB Electric. On call, on time, and online, rbbelectric.com. Inbounds pass will come in from Windjam for Crookston, but a 3-possession lead now for East Grand Forks after the McDonald 3. Windjam to the top of the key, and a 3 by Hespy comes up empty. Larson the rebound, and out to the right side, finding Lindgren on the run. Slow run. Lindgren crossover, takes on 2 defenders, had the ball knocked loose. Hespy had it, then Larson took it away from him. Ball back to the near side of the floor, and now to McDonald for another 3. That's off the heel of the rim from the top. Windjam has the ball into a 2-on-1. He'll kick left side, and Sanchez from 6 hits. Let's see what they've got. See if we get a name on this. Well, nope, they didn't say it loud enough.
I didn't hear it either.
No, I didn't either. A take to the basket for Jones, and he'll come up empty, and the rebound off the left side for Hespy for Crookston. 15-10. The East Grand Forks lead is 5. 11:20 to play in the opening half. Windjam working right side of the floor, taking it down towards the right corner for Casavan. Stop out of the corner. Hespy stepping back, takes a look in, flies a 3 of his own and hits it. Hespy comes back with the answer, and that's going to force a timeout by East Grand Forks. It'll be a full timeout. They want to talk it over. 15-13, the Pirates back within 3 of East Grand Forks on the all-true scoreboard. We have a timeout on the floor. This is our coverage of high school basketball. We're back with more in just a couple of moments. We invite you to stay with us.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Let's take a look at an American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay for those of you on the video side of things. We'll see Carson McDonald with his first scoring tonight. Big corner 3 for Carson McDonald, averaging 19.6 points per game a year ago. American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency, bringing you our replays here tonight. But Crookston's closed the gap. It's 15-13 on the all-true scoreboard with the Pirates back within 2 and a timeout taken by East Grand Forks after a 3 a couple of moments ago has cut the Green Wave lead down to 2. Ball on the right side of the floor with Chase Lindgren for East Grand Forks. On top, Jez Jones, a crossover stop left elbow. Found his way to Larson, who curls into the lane. Pulls up from 6, little hook shot. Missed it, got his own miss. Off the glass, second effort won't go. Another rebound pulled down by McDonald, and he'll be fouled. And we'll see who this is. It's Bo Smith that's wearing number 21 tonight.
Well, you can see in the timeout that was taken, Crookston came back out. They're not in that 2-3 zone anymore. Now they went man-to-man. So we'll see if they can hold East Grand Forks.
First foul shot is on the way for McDonald, and East Grand Forks has started 7 of 7 from the foul line tonight. And East Grand Forks will make a change as Jacob Stossen will come into the matchup. Brody Knutson returns. But a 7 of 7 start from the foul line here for East Grand Forks. McDonald without a dribble comes up empty. An offensive rebound put back well short, and the rebound's deflected out of bounds off of Crookston. One thing I'm noticing here, the Pirates are going to be frustrated. Lots of offensive rebounds for East Grand Forks.
Yeah, but the thing that's kept them in the game is their outside shooting.
Crookston definitely
for Crookston,
hitting a couple of big threes. Here's a deep three by Stossen. That comes up empty. An offensive rebound inside again for East Grand Forks. Larson, the lane, correction. That's Brody Knutson, and Knutson will score. Brody Knutson comes up with his first scoring of the night from the field. Had a couple of foul shots earlier, lead back to 5 and another takeaway. Larson steals the ball against the pressure. Ball top of the key, Knutson, spin move to his left, wraps out to McDonald, back to the top. Larson casting 3, nibbles, won't fall. Another offensive rebound for East Grand Forks. That one by Alexander Link. A turn, Larson off the right side, jab stepping to his right, working back with a dribble on his left hand, a stop in the lane, looks to curl in with McDonald, can't find him, he's been in the lane a long time. That's a 3-second call. Turnover, and the ball will go back to Crookston.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping track of rebounds, but East Grand has been dominating on their offensive boards.
It's been a slaying.
Yeah.
They've really been inside, and with some undersized players as well. That's something that'll be a concern for Crookston. Bo Smith, backcourt for the Pirates. Smith will curl off to the right side. 10 minutes to go, opening half on the All-True scoreboard. It's 18-13 in favor of East Grand Forks. A drive hard down the lane and a foul coming up on Reggie Windjam's take to the basket. We'll see a foul coming up against Brody Knutson.
Crookston's been doing the right thing, though, on that press with East Grand. Crookston's been bringing it right to the hoop and get some fouls, but they've also hit their outside shots, which has kept them close.
I think that's one of the reasons why you saw Coach Maher take the timeout and change defenses. The 3 that sent them to the timeout was uncontested out of left corner. Someone didn't get out there to body somebody up or contest the shot. Windjam knocks down the front end, and the lead is cut to 4 at 18-14. In favor of East Grand Forks. And back to the line goes Windjam. He'll come up empty off the heel of the rim. Larson had the rebound, and this is going to be off of Crookston and back to East Grand Forks. 18-14 your score. 9:45 to play. Timeouts tonight brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround, family-owned and operated promotional shop, and brought to you as well by the Men of Steel at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. A cut inside by Link and a kick out to the right side for Larson. Also a ball coming loose back to the top of the key. Jacob Stossen with it, back to Larson, jab stepping towards the baseline. Cut inside by Brody Knutson, spinning back to his left hand. Awkward layup, but he got it. Brody Knutson going in and scoring. Nice play for Brody Knutson to get it and score. And it's 20-14. East Grand Forks back on top by a half dozen. 3 by Ali, comes back and follows the basket. Zachariah Ali knocks down another 3. He's got 2 of those tonight. East Grand Forks lead trimmed to 3 at 20-17. Ball right side of the floor, Brody Knutson. Carson McDonald drawing a defender. Jump stop, takes on the entire defense and has one roll off the lane. Rebound picked up by Stossen. He'll follow up from 14 and hit. First bucket for Jacob Stossen tonight. Lead back to 5 at 22-17. A blocking foul coming up against Carson McDonald, trying to defend Windjam on the inbounds pass.
That's one thing Crookston's going to look back on in the first half and say, man, we gave up a lot of offensive boards.
Yeah, and gave up a lot of position as well. We're going to see a timeout taken by Crookston. So the Crookston Pirates will call for a stoppage. 22-17 on the All-True scoreboard. It's a timeout for Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround, family-owned and operated promotional shop, and Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of egg tires in the region. We have more high school basketball coming up next on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersSales.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Timeout taken by the Crookston Pirates. 8:55 to play, nearly halfway through the first half. Actually, a little over halfway through the first half. 22-17 with Crookston leading by 5. I'm sorry, let's reverse that. East Grand Forks leading by 5 over Crookston. Brody Knudsen, 6 points. As we take a look at our scoring summary that we have for you at this time. And, of course, our scoring summary that we have for you tonight brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. 6 points for Brody Knudsen, 4 apiece for Carson McDonald, Jez Jones, and also 4 for Raphael Jones. For East Grand Forks, 6 for Zechariah Ali leads the way for Crookston. Groven, a right corner 3 for the Pirates, no good. Ali, a rebound and a long step back 3 that also won't fall. And Brody Knudsen comes up with a rebound off the near side for East Grand Forks. He'll reverse to Jacob Stassen to start the play. Knudsen coming back to the top of the key. Spencer Larson flies over off the right wing, takes the basketball. Back to Carson McDonald on the top of the key. McDonald looking down low, found Larson in the paint, bodying up inside, double pivot, fall away layup, missed it. Another offensive rebound for Alexander Link. And now to the top, 3 by McDonald. That rolls off the front. This time the rebound secured for Crookston with Nolan Cassavant. Now we'll see a foul in the backcourt. Brody Knudsen was there, Spencer Larson was there. Larson will pick up the call. Here comes an athletic group. Lindgren, Jez Jones, Raphael Jones set to return. Scott, that's a pretty good first line. That's a pretty good front line there for East Grand Forks. There's a lot of athleticism in that group.
Well, they're quick too, so with this, especially on this press.
Inbounds play comes in to Zachariah Ali. It's player to player on the pressure right now for East Grand Forks. They may trap at the stripe, and they will just inside of that. Results in a turnover. Raphael Jones, a takeaway. Jones goes to the basket and scores. Raphael Jones off the takeaway breakaway will go to the basket and score. And Jones with 6 points tonight. That'll make it a 24-17 lead for East Grand Forks, back to a 3-possession game. Matches their biggest lead of the night. Groven out of the left corner to the foul line. A look down low by Cassavant. Out to Ali. A 3, good. Another uncontested 3. Zachariah Ali has 9. And that will cut the Green Wave lead to 4 at 24-20. Ball in the right elbow, poked loose. Ali doing the defending now, and Lindgren trying to hold on to the basketball, and Zachariah Ali will pick up his second foul.
Again, I had mentioned it earlier, it goes to turnovers, and right now unofficially I have Crookston with 7, East Grand with 3.
That's a difference maker, definitely. Yep. And now that's also the 7th team foul against Crookston, which means the penalty. And we'll see East Grand Forks shooting foul shots, and they've been pretty good from the line tonight, 7 of 8 from the foul line. First is on the way and good for Chase Lindgren. So Lindgren now makes it a 25-20 matchup. And with 7:12 to go in the first half, we're going to see Peter Wiersma come back into the matchup for the Crookston Pirates. And a second foul shot coming up here for Lindgren. Lindgren's second foul shot will find its way as well. So Chase Lindgren, 4 of 4 from the foul line tonight, and East Grand Forks having a very successful night shooting foul shots, and they're in position to get a few more now as they've got the penalty advantage working their direction. Take to the basket and score for Reggie Windham. And we're going to see another timeout taken here by the Crookston Pirates. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll take one with Crookston. We're back with more in a moment. It's 26-22. The Pirates are back within 4, and we're back with more coming up next. Do stay with us.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
We very much take a lot of pride in our work. Customer service has always been our number one.
We have the best materials. You're going to have the best people in the area to do the job.
If you can dream it up, we can make it happen.
Or head to gworkslf.com to get started.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new. Big or small, Finest Auto Trim can cover it all. To get a quote, go to finestautotrim.com.
Timeout taken by the Crookston Pirates. East Grand Forks with the basketball and a 4-point lead. Make it 6. They get inside to Brody Knutson. And Knutson will score his 8th point tonight now. He leads the scoring for East Grand Forks as 28-22. The Green Wave now on top by 6. Bo Smith up front, setting a screen to free Windham. Windham will drive against Jez Jones. Behind the back dribble, double pivot in the foul line. Very awkward shot that turned out to be a pass. There was just nothing to do with the basketball underneath for Peter Wiersma. Then East Grand Forks tries to stretch the floor and throws the ball away. And the ball will go back to Crookston. 26-22 the score on our All True scoreboard. Scoreboard updates brought to you by All True. Regular screenings with All True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. Windham across the line. Left side to Groven. High court-wide pass. Bo Smith will take it. Kind of in no man's land. Ball to Cassavant. Into Wiersma. Knocked away. Another turnover against Crookston and a foul coming up. That should put Brody Knutson on the foul line. This foul will go against Peter Wiersma, his second. Starting to add up. That's number 8 on the Pirates. Still 6:19 to go. And boy, I'll tell you what, foul shots have been a huge part of this game tonight. They are 9 of 10. You take 9 off the board right now, Crookston has the lead.
But that comes from the turnovers. A lot of that.
Sure. Trying to reach out and play defense from behind, right? And it's hard to do that. Now we're going to see a turnover again by Crookston. Ball ends up out of bounds on a dribble drive from Reggie Windham. 9 of 11 now from the foul line for East Grand Forks. They missed the front end of the 1-for-1 penalty, but get the basketball back on the turnover. Lindgren up front. The offense will come out high for East Grand Forks along the foul line. Jez Jones driving left. ISO play for him. Penetrates and scores. Jez Jones with 6. And that's a pretty execution of what goes on the offense, Scott.
Well, they're finding the open holes. They're taking it to the basket on Crookston, whether it was in a zone or man-to-man.
Biggest lead of the night now for East Grand Forks is 8. It'll be cut to 6 as Bo Smith comes up with a teardrop that will bank in off the glass. 30-24. East Grand Forks lead checked down to 6 with 5:40 to go. Opening half. Larson drawing a double team on the left block. Tries to cut through it with a dribble and kicks out right side to Raphael Jones. He'll penetrate to the basket, and a travel coming up before a foul. Raphael Jones with the jump stop. And Carson McDonald will come back into the matchup for East Grand Forks. 5:31 to play of the opening half. East Grand Forks at 1 point leading by 8. They've led throughout the matchup, although East Grand Forks has seen their lead shrink to as few as 2 after building up leads as large as 7. And another takeaway. Lindgren, just an open pick, goes to the basket, misses, gets his own miss, back to the basket, misses again, and Bo Smith will put him on the foul line.
Another turnover and created by Chase Lindgren, and then he misses the layup, but he gets the foul and 1.
Want to make that layup, though. That's one of those that later in the season will come along. Some rhythm in game, but you got to be impressed with the team that has shot this well from the foul line. East Grand Forks is now 10 of 12 in foul shooting tonight. And the second foul shot will make them 11 of 13. Lindgren has 6 all from the foul line. And a change as Zechariah Ali will come back into the matchup. And Ali, the leading scorer for Crookston with 9 points tonight. He's going to check in with 2 fouls, though. They must feel like they need an offensive spark here to risk his third here at the end of the opening half.
Talk about free throws. I think that those 2-a-days by Coach Maher, I think they practice a lot of free throws.
They must, because they're pretty dead-eye at him. Zachariah Ali this time challenged on a 3 by Lindgren. He'll pull it back down. Looks to Bo Smith on the left wing. Raphael Jones on him with a shuffle step. Back to Ali. Screen set. Groven trying to pop loose. Little flex motion now from Crookston. Windham, a very deep 3, and he connects. And Windham comes up with a big shot that will push him to 8 points on the night. And again, the Green Wave had their lead challenged back. 1-3-1 zone for Crookston. A fall away from the right elbow for Lindgren. Rebound putback for Brody Knutson that comes up empty. And another rebound is knocked out of bounds by East Grand Forks. This will go back to the Pirates. 4:38 to play in the opening half. Inbounds pass, both Smith on the left side of the floor for the Pirates. Smith driving his way into the front court. A look back towards his left, stops, looks into the corner for Groven coming back to the top of the key. Groven trying to reverse back to the corner. Smith a step towards the baseline. Ball disrupted by Lindgren. Now a double team, leaves a man wide open. Cassavant will score inside. Well, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. The double team materializes. Lane left wide open. Little jump stop. Jez Jones going to the basket, scores over the front of the rim. 8 points for Jez Jones. And it's 34-29. East Grand Forks lead is back to 5. Little scoring fest here. Hard take to the basket. Windrum draws a foul. And this may be Brody Knutson picking up a foul that would be costly. It'll be Knutson's second.
Well, Crookston's doing the right thing, though. They're just, with East Grand Forks putting a press on, they're taking it right to the basket. The coach has told them just keep driving. And the guy at the free throw line is very good at that.
And the first foul shot will find its way in for Reggie Windjam. And Windjam will make his way to 9 points tonight. Lead is 34-30. East Grand Forks leading by 5. Second foul shot is missed. Rebound ends up out of bounds off of Crookston. And we'll see a change for the Pirates as Josh Hespy, an original starter, will come back into the matchup. 34-30. And we actually had a foul on the rebound in that situation. So they're going to call a foul, and East Grand Forks will walk the length of the floor and shoot foul shots. That foul will go against Nolan Cassavant. It will put Alexander Link on the foul line, which, by the way, we've been talking about offensive rebounding tonight, Scott. Alexander Link has been all over the old boards. Number 23 has been inside ever since popping into the game for East Grand Forks.
Well, as a coach, you're happy about that.
And Link knocks down another foul shot. East Grand Forks has just racked up the damage from the line. He hits another. This is a brilliant shooting performance from the foul line for East Grand Forks tonight, 14 minutes into the season. 36-30, East Grand Forks by 6. Double team trap on Bo Smith as he dribbles up front for Crookston. Ball knocked loose a bit, picked up by Cassavant. He'll take it towards the right corner, stops out of the corner, reverses top of the key to Smith, bounce pass Groven along the baseline. Groven comes back to the foul line, turns it back to Cassavant, a reversal. Hespy from the foul line, jumper good. Joshua Hespy steps into a jump shot and hits it. And again, East Grand Forks has their lead challenge, 36-32. Lindgren on the top of the key, stepping back, trying to draw the defense wider. He'll work to Jez Jones at the top of the key. Ball in the left corner for Raphael Jones. Back to McDonald. Fall away on the baseline. It was short, but it dribbles in for Carson McDonald. Coach, there's a shot that had no business going in.
That's a shooter's touch or a shooter's roll right there.
Ball to the right corner, picked up by Smith for Crookston as they work back up front. Zachariah Ali, Groven, a left corner three, air ball. Rebound, McDonald looking up the floor. Gets a screen to free him up. It's 4-on-3 the other direction. He'll kick to Raphael Jones. Transition three, Jones hits it. Raphael Jones steps into a three and hits his 9th. And East Grand Forks now leads by 9, their new biggest lead of the night. 41-32 with 2:40 to play in the opening half. Cassavant working right corner. Open baseline. Reversal. Groven takes a three. That one's off the heel a bit strong. Offensive board Ali. Second shot swatted by Raphael Jones. McDonald up the floor in transition. Lindgren taking it inside. 6-foot bank shot draws a foul. Maybe Bo Smith, maybe Zachariah Ali. Let's see. Foul's going to go against Smith, his second, rather third. And Chase Lindgren goes to the foul line. He is 6 of 6 so far tonight in foul shooting. And East Grand Forks is about 1,000,000 of 1,000,002. First one's good. Let me see the numbers here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 of 16 from the foul line.
That's a very good number right there. I'd be happy as a coach.
Getting 16 attempts is one thing.
Well, that's the other thing.
You want 12 of 16, 75% foul shooting would be about the mark. But both of these go in for Chase Lindgren. Now 15 of 17 for East Grand Forks from the foul line tonight. They lead by 11 at 43-32. 2:15 to play opening half. Groven looking left side. Zachariah Ali challenged on a three. Left it short. Spencer Larson with a loose ball rebound. Green Wave can open up some big numbers now. Lindgren in transition. Pull-up jumper from the foul line, around and off. An offensive rebound. Link trying to step back to the basket. Ali got a hand on it, gave Link another dribble to the basket. His second effort comes up empty, and Groven has the board for Crookston. And Groven bodied up along the far sideline by Carson McDonald. is going to draw the foul against Carson McDonald and put Crookston at the free throw line. Maybe a mistake that time for East Grand Forks. McDonald was probably beaten on the spot on that one, tried to use the body a little bit, and surrenders the penalty.
Well, you need to put your foot on the line there so that he steps out of bounds, the offensive player.
Groven misses the foul shot. East Grand Forks the rebound. Green wave up the floor and a ball knocked out of bounds. Nope, they're going to say no touch by Windham. Lindgren is asking for a touch. And head coach Michael Maher steps out on the floor as well asking for one, but the call will not be forthcoming. Halftime report coming up. Stay with us. We've got highlights from the first half. We'll take you through our scoring summary as well. All that coming up on our halftime report. Windham stepping into the right block. A kick out. Found Hespy. Groven top of the key. Zechariah Ali in the left wing. A step back. He'll bounce one down towards the left for Cassavant. Back to Hespy for three. Another three good. And Josh Hespy's got 5. Lead is cut to 8 at 43-35. The three-point shot has saved Crookston in the opening half of basketball. 1:15 to play. Larson inside, back out. A head fake and a 3 by Stassen. Deep 3 by McDonald. Rolls off. Rebound battle. Larson got it. Back to the basket missing. Puts his own back up again and misses.
Another 2 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, 2 more old boards, but again, no points that come out of it. And with a minute to go, Crookston can make it a 2-possession game again. Cassavant out of the right corner. A stop, reversal to Hespy. Off a seal for 3. Missed short. Rebound to Larson, and East Grand Forks come away with possession. Ball up the floor, Lindgren looking off a defender right side. Teardrop in the lane, Lindgren scores. Good take to the basket for Lindgren. And Chase Lindgren has his first field goal tonight, but that's his 10th point as he is 8 of 8 from the foul line tonight for East Grand Forks. The lead is 10 at 45-35. Ball left side with Windham. There's a 5.5-second differential between game clock and shot clock, and Windham wants to use as much of it as he can. McDonald will give Windham his left hand along the far sideline in front of the East Grand Forks bench. 10 seconds to shoot. Play starts. Windham driving left, cut off by the defense on held side. A step back, deep 3 on the way by Windham, no good. 7 seconds, the rebound comes up with Lindgren. Lindgren tries to step his way up front, kicks left side. McDonald at the horn for 3 is off, and that's the end of the first half of basketball. East Grand Forks impressive with their full court defense. However, beaten a little bit on the outside shot, but East Grand Forks racking up 45 first half points. And at the end of the opening half, your score on the All True scoreboard is East Grand Forks 45 and Crookston 35. Our halftime report is on the way, and it's brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and we have it for you coming up next. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Nothing feels or performs better than a properly fitted golf club. Whether it's irons, driver, or putter, call us today for your free club fitting. For over 30 years, the Golf Center in Grand Forks has been your club fitting leader.
Valley Truck in East Grand Forks is proud to support our local high school athletes. With over 400 years of combined experience, they keep our community moving on and off the field. Trusted repairs, quality parts, and support for the next generation.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
In Grand Forks, it's about more than just where you live. It's about the people you trust when life happens. At Logan Karski State Farm, we're proud to protect what matters most. I'm Logan Karski with State Farm, and we'd be honored to be your good neighbor.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersales.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. Tonight we're at East Grand Forks Senior High School. East Grand Forks with a 45-35 lead over Crookston. Our halftime report brought to you tonight by our friends at High Plains Water, your source for awesome water. In Grand Forks, get the taste into your water, the chemicals out with a system from High Plains Water. Longer lasting appliances, healthier water for your home, cleaner laundry with less detergent, all saving you money at High Plains Water. And Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the men of steel. Grand Forks Welding and Machine, ready to fix what broke down for you during the season. If you have broken or twisted shafts or holes that need tightening, Grand Forks Welding and Machine is ready to take care of that for you at Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the men of steel. Ryan Cunningham, Scott Dvorak tonight. The offensive rebounding and the turnovers, the difference, along with the foul shooting for East Grand Forks in a 10-point ball game right now.
That's killer. I'm sure Crookston coach is talking to him about that. Got to keep East Grand Forks off getting them offensive boards. That's what's winning it for them.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights that we had in this first half tonight with our American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay highlights. And you'll see early Carson McDonald for East Grand Forks coming up with his first scoring of the night. Out of the corner, hits that corner three for East Grand Forks early. Green Wave tried to wind it out to a 7-point lead. Later, lead cut back to 4. Green Wave would get right back into it, though. Hard take to the basket for Brody Knutson. Little hook shot inside that nibbles around and goes in. Later in the night, a turnover. This is Raphael Jones. This was the story of the night. Takeaway, breakaway for Raphael Jones. He gets to the basket and scores for East Grand Forks. They were on their way to a 9-point lead at that point, and they would lead by as many as 11 at one point. Jez Jones, hard take down the lane and scoring. That athleticism was a big difference tonight. But what would keep Crookston in the matchup? 3-point shooting. Deep three by Reggie Wingham from the right wing. He comes up with another one of those baskets that kind of kept East Grand Forks in this thing. And the Green Wave have their lead trimmed to 10 at this point by a score of 45-35. Let's take a look at what we have as far as our scoring summary with Who Lit the Lamp. And Who Lit the Lamp is brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. For those of you on the video side, you can see it on your screen. Those of you on the radio side, Chase Lindgren, 10 points, 8 of 8 from the foul line in the first half. He had just one field goal, but the foul line was huge for East Grand Forks. Raphael Jones with 9 points for the Green Wave, and for Crookston, Reggie Wingham with 9 points, and Zechariah Ali, 9 points with 3 3-point shots in the first half. And one thing that we can add to that number, East Grand Forks, I've got them for 15 of 17 from the foul line. 15 of 17. In the first half from the foul line for East Grand Forks. That's an impressive number for the Green Wave.
Very much so. Again, talking about turnovers, I have it unofficially for the first half as Crookston with 10 turnovers to East Grand Forks has 4. So turnovers can create easy points, but also nice, easy free throws.
Turnovers, 15 of 17 from the foul line. Offensive rebounding, big night for East Grand Forks in those categories. That's Who Lit the Lamp, and it's brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. We have a break at our halftime report, brought to you once again tonight by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. And we're back with more in a couple of moments, so do stay with us. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with Harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. Pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. SprayAdvantage.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
The Ski and Bike Shop proudly supports our local high school athletes on the field, the court, and beyond. Just like sports, adventure starts with the right gear. The Ski and Bike Shop, where your next adventure begins.
It's game day, and whether you're feeding the family or the entire team, Hugo's is the place to go. Score big with favorites from the meat department, delicious fresh veggies, and don't forget about the bakery to celebrate the big win. Hugo's Family Marketplace, your game day headquarters.
Thief River Glass handles it all. Aluminum storefronts, auto glass, windows, shower enclosures, and more. Just like our athletes, we're built for every season. No job is too big or too small. Call 218-681-1333 for year-round dependable service.
When you're looking for a change of pace, a change of routine, or a change of scenery, we'll help you find what's next. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
This is the KNOX Intermission Report, presented by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Ryan Cunningham, Scott Dvorak with you here this evening as we continue along with our halftime report this evening. Halftime report brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. Well, Thursday night, it's back on the ice for 2 big ones, both at Eagles Arena and Purpur Arena. On Thursday night, we'll have Grand Forks Central hosting Fargo Davies at the Perp, and at Blue Line Iceplex, formerly Eagles Arena, it'll be Grand Forks Red River hosting West Fargo Cheyenne. A couple of big Eastern Dakota Conference matchups. And then, Scott, we're going to see your squad coming up on Friday when Grand Forks Red River opens up the season against Mandan.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We started last week in tryouts for a couple days and cut our squad down. And now it's just practicing against each other. And pretty soon, here in a couple days, we'll be able to compete against another different team. Absolutely.
That should be a lot of fun to watch, and that's what we're all looking for at this time of the year is the opportunity to play somebody else. It's been a long sort of practice season to get things ready to go.
I just can't believe it's here. It goes so fast. It's unreal.
Well, you know, basketball is the season out of all of them that seems to take forever, to tell you the truth, because we play it forever, right? I mean, you know, you start practice in November and the season doesn't end until March. You know?
Well, I can't imagine East Grand Forks having that many practices, and finally the excitement of playing a game today for them has got to be kind of a relief.
But I'll tell you what, they played with a lot of energy, with a lot of momentum so far, and, you know, they've ramped up the defensive effort. That's what they wanted to be about. They've had a first half. But I think the thing that stands out to me, Scott, 45-35 your score here at East Grand Forks Senior High School. They wanted to win games in the 50s. This one's not in the 50s. This is a little different path tonight. Jez Jones for East Grand Forks start the second half. They now move from left to right. McDonald down to Raphael Jones. Takes on 3 defenders, got to the glass but missed it. And the rebound to Hespy for Crookston. Reggie Windjam into the front court. D'd up by Jez Jones. Ball poked out of bounds by Jones. And this will be Crookston basketball up front. See an inbounds play coming from Windjam beyond the baseline. Jones stands in front of him while the Green Wave player up, just player to player. It looks like they're going to go to man defense here. They played a little zone earlier, got out of that. Crookston was hitting some threes. Here's Zachariah Ali for another of those, and he misses. They've cooled off a little bit from the three-point line, and now we're going to see Jez Jones dribbling off his knee and the ball going out of bounds. And this is going to go back into the hands of Crookston.
Well, like you say, both teams came out. First part of the game went zone just to see what the other team was going to do, and now they're all straight up man-man.
Inbounds play will come in from the Pirates from Reggie Windjam. Windjam taking a look, tries to bounce one and actually hit Brody Knutson in the leg with it. A little bit of a herky-jerk start to this second half of play, only 28 seconds in. And Windjam will inbound, 19 to shoot for Crookston. Ball comes off to Gunnar Groven on the top of the key. Now, we saw Fee, who gets the basketball here. He struggled. Carter Fee got in foul trouble in the first half, and we'll see if something turns around for Crookston with his return. A spin move by McDonald goes to his left hand, got to the basket, but missed another shot, and Hespy another rebound for the Pirates. Hasn't exactly been standard offense for East Grand Forks. Here to start the second half, a lot of dribble penetration, a lot of tough looks. Low percentage, high percentage shots, if you will. Zachariah Ali, top of the key, looking left with a dribble. Now just pulls up off the dribble for 3, and that's off the heel. And rebound tapped up the floor. Raphael Jones finding McDonald. He'll go to the basket and score. First points in the second half. Lead is a dozen for East Grand Forks. New biggest lead of the game is 47-35. Chris Feeve taking a shot from the hockey arena and missing it. And the rebound down with Brody Knutson. And we'll see a foul. Chris Fee saw a shot he liked and apparently took it.
Well, he's apparently must have made that in practice because that was a long way out there. That's not probably a shot you want to take.
He made it look good. He got it close. Inbounds pass will come in from Lindgren for East Grand Forks. Lindgren taking a look underneath, loading up, now coming back top of the key and finding Carson McDonald. McDonald to the foul line on the elbow for Brody Knutson. Back to McDonald, and wild dribble penetration again for East Grand Forks. That's the one thing that's concerning. The tempo here for East Grand Forks kind of turned into individual basketball, hasn't it? Kind of player to player.
It's not like it was when it ended in the first half. It's a little slow now, a little sloppy.
Inbounds play for Crookston, and we'll see the ball coming into Carter Fee. Fee trapped to the backcourt. Raphael Jones putting a body on him. Then Fee gets trapped at the half line, and they're going to say this is off of Fee trying to come up the floor. It will head back to East Grand Forks. So the Green Wave will get it back. Still just a minute 39 seconds into the second half. Lindgren up front for East Grand Forks. Ball will come to the right side of the floor. It's picked up on the right by McDonald. Out to Jez Jones in the circle. Jones will look back left side, finding his way onto the wing for Raphael Jones. Top of the key again for Chase Lindgren. Into the lane, Knutson left elbow, back out to Lindgren and a 3. That's good for Chase Lindgren, who has 13 points tonight for East Grand Forks. Lead is 50-35. The Green Wave now up by 15, and this is where Crookston's on a little bit of life support in the game. They don't come up with something big and consistent quickly. Windjam goes to the basket and draws a foul, but Scott, when you're down 15 points, that's usually the tipping point where the game can go one way or another, right? You go down further, you can start cutting back into it.
Well, East Grand Forks is putting on good pressure and making Crookston shoot some shots they don't want to shoot. They're kind of off balance and switching hands in the air. So
first foul shot on the way for Windjam, nibbles in. Reggie Windjam with 10 now for the Pirates. And that will cut the Green Wave lead to 14 at 50-36. And Windjam's going to go back to the foul line for another opportunity. Windjam's second effort is also good. Reggie Windjam, 11 points, lone returner with significant time a year ago. Up the floor, Raphael Jones got loose, went to the basket, missed again, tapped his own rebound loose, and another try from the front of the rim for Brody Knutson. He'll end up taking one away from Fee after missing that shot. Jez Jones slices through the defense and picks up a foul. So there's a turnover in there and an offensive rebound in there, and those types of woes just continue for the Pirates here in the second half. Jez Jones with 8. Foul line was kind to East Grand Forks first half, 15 of 17, 16 of 18. What did head coach Michael Maher dump in East Grand Forks' water in those first 2 weeks of practices to make them this dead-eye from the foul line?
I wish I knew.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask him after.
I have a feeling that a lot of people wish they knew, right?
I don't think he'll tell us.
Jones, again, nothing but net. That's 17 of 19 from the foul line for East Grand Forks tonight. The lead is 15 at 52-37. It's a big, big spot of production from the foul line for East Grand Forks. Bo Smith rotating right corner to Hespy in the corner for Crookston. Back to Smith on the wing and now top of the key for Gunnar Groven. Off the left side, Reggie Wincham trying to get a jab step on Jez Jones. Between the legs, dribble and a step back. Bounces one to Zechariah Ali, left corner. He'll drive baseline. Shot blocked from behind. Count it, and one is going to be the call. Raphael Jones trying to take a charge, but Zechariah Ali got to Jones while he was inside the semi-arc, and a foul will go plus the basket. Raphael Jones, his third. Zechariah Ali scores his 11th and will go to the line.
It looks like there's flashing 4 on him.
Okay.
It looks like he's coming out, so.
I had Raphael Jones with 3, but if they've got 4 at the table, we're going to go with it. Head coach Michael Maher not happy about the charge call on Raphael Jones, but if you're in the arc underneath the basket, can't take a charge in there. Ali for the end one on the bonus, and he hits it. Zachariah Ali with a 3-point play. He's got 12. And Noah Cassavant will come back into the matchup for the Pirates. One-time 15-point lead, cut back to 12, 52-40. This has been the tempo of the game. All true scoreboard with 3 minutes gone, 15 to go in the second half. Green Wave stretch. Crookston gets a play to keep it close. That's been the way it's gone the entire half. Ball top of the key, or the entire first half, rather. Larson looking to take a look in. Back out top of the key for Lindgren. Lindgren will rotate to the corner for Jez Jones. Hard take in the lane. Ball's on the floor, stripped loose. Winjam looking to come up with a turnover. Then he had it stripped away from him. Lindgren comes up with it. McDonald, the right corner 3, that's off. Rebound put back, Knutson, no good. Second effort, Brody Knutson scores. Another play where East Grand Forks comes up with a pair of offensive rebounds, stretches the lead back to 14. Bo Smith, another turnover. Jez Jones collapsed on a ball. Reversal back top of the key. Jones to McDonald, baseline cut to the basket with the right hand, missed it. And Ali comes up with a rebound for Crookston. 54-40. Pirates down by 14 to East Grand Forks. Groven with a step into the front court. Out to Ali and then the seal. 3, good for Ali. And a timeout will be taken by the Pirates. Crookston going to call for timeout. They're back within 11. 14-minute mark of the second half. Timeouts brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround, family-owned and operated promotional shop, and brought to you by Big Jim's Tire, the #1 supplier of egg tires in the region. Green Wave by 11, 54-43. We're back after this.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
Timeout taken by the Crookston Pirates with 14 minutes to play second half. Timeouts brought to you by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of egg tires in the region, and brought to you tonight by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround, family-owned and operated promotional shop. Want to remind you that our coverage is brought to you tonight by PS Garage Doors. Call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR for PS Garage Doors. In Devils Lake and Grand Forks, where the PS stands for painless shopping. If it's time for a new garage door, you'll find it at PS Garage Doors. Their warehouse located in the industrial park on the other side of the I-29 overpass on Demers. Little alley-oop play. McDonald, the alley-oop layup, misses it. Larson, the putback, counted 1.
Another offensive board.
Spencer Larson off the bench tonight with his first scoring and is going to earn an opportunity to go to the foul line, and that will be the 4th foul tonight against Zachariah Ali for Crookston. Lead back to 13, and yes, Scott, you mentioned it, offensive rebounding. It's been just a demonstration in effectiveness for East Grand Forks in the way they've got to the offensive glass tonight. Bonus foul shot for Larson won't fall, and Reggie Windham comes up with a rebound for Crookston. Pirates back up front. Windham stepping out between the rings, looking for help. Jez Jones collapses upon him. Windham got him on a hip, drives, got to the basket, missed it strong. Rebound off the hands of Cassavant and Larson. They'll say Spencer Larson touched it last. 13:35 to go. Reggie Windham will inbound the basketball. Windham working right side, finding Bo Smith. A baseline move for Smith, cut off by the taller Larson, and Larson ends up forcing a takeaway. And now we'll see a foul against Crookston trying to get the ball back. And Scott, you've coached enough of this before as Cassavant picks it up. There's a certain amount of frustration that sets in when you turn the ball over and you get caught in some frustration fouls trying to get it back, right?
Well, 14 turnovers right now total for the game for Crookston.
Little high.
Little frustration is a lot.
Yeah, maybe a lot of frustration. You're probably right. McDonald open for three left corner. That's off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Carter Fee for Crookston. Fee a little juke and jive in the backcourt, then spiked one down low to Gunnar Groven. Groven a fall away against defensive pressure, hits it. First scoring tonight for Gunnar Groven. And the Green Wave have their lead checked back to 11 at 56-45. Inside Knutson, wrapping around corner. McDonald thought about a three, didn't take it. Jump stops in the lane, got a much better shot, scores it. 10 points for Carson McDonald. Now 3 in double figures for East Grand Forks, rather 4 in double figures for the Green Wave tonight. They lead by 13. Carter Fee, a little screen and roll, too strong for Cassavant and out of bounds. Scoring summary tonight brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the light and the lamp shine brighter. 13 for Chase Lindgren tonight, 10 for Carson McDonald, 10 for Jez Jones, and 10 for Brody Knutson. 4 in double figures for the Green Wave. We have 12:37 to play.
It's even scoring. That was a turnover that they had called on Crookston, but they ref overturned and got it back.
So the ball will go back to Crookston after all. Windham to inbound in their front court. Slings one out to Bo Smith in the top of the key, who's pressured. Ball inside, turn off the glass, and scoring number 55, another player that we don't have on our varsity roster tonight for Crookston. This guy played the JV game, however. Lindgren for three comes up short, and the rebound on the floor. And I'm sorry, folks, I can't tell you who number 55 is. Not a clue. He's not on the JV roster, so unfamiliar. But inside, Reggie Windham will drive and score. That much we've got for you. So Windham scores, and a one-time 15-point lead for the Green Wave has been cut to 9, 58-49, with 11:55 to play. McDonald a cut inside, scoring. A dozen points for Carson McDonald tonight. The lead is 60-49. The Green Wave back up by 11. And now Jez Jones and McDonald come over to throw a double-team trap at the half line. The ball's knocked loose. McDonald gets a step up the floor, goes to the basket and scores. What a play for East Grand Forks, forcing the turnover, and a 14th point tonight for Carson McDonald. The lead quickly back to 13. 62-49. Crookston with the ball in the paint. Little turn and fall away for our JV guy, and he'll go to the foul line. Let's see if we can find out who he is. I guess first game of the season for them as well. Spencer Larson picks up his second personal foul. Must be Nolan Johnson.
Dylan or Nolan?
Do you have a Dylan on your?
No, I'm not sure.
I heard Nolan. We'll go with Johnson. How does that sound?
Yes.
Up here in North Dakota and Minnesota, that's usually a safe name to go with, right?
Yep.
He comes up empty on his first foul shot. Yeah, I'm looking through. I don't see a Nolan Johnson or a Dylan Johnson on their varsity roster or their JV. Well, there is a Nolan Johnson, yeah. Number 50 on the JV roster. He's number 55, however. So there he is. He'll miss the second one as well. 6'3" freshman in the game for Crookston.
He's tall.
He's got a control of his body, too. 3 the other way by Stawson for East Grand Forks. Can't hit it. Rebound comes down to Johnson for Crookston. He'll leave it backcourt for Reggie Windham. Lead is 62-49. Windham transition 3, well short. Ball's loose on the baseline. Hespy got a rebound for the Pirates. Turns it back top of the key. Windham right side. Deep 3 on the way for Carter Fee. That again won't fall. The rebound near side of the floor. Picked up by Chase Lindgren. He'll fight off Gunnar Groven. Then fights off Nolan Johnson. And brings the ball to the front court. Court wide to Stawson, left wing. Jez Jones. Top of the key into the corner. finding his way to Alexander Link, who had a big first half on the boards. McDonald inside, falling away, 15-foot jumper, missed. Rebound deflected to the perimeter. Windjam's got it for Crookston. Windjam coming into the front court. Hard jump stop in the lane. Pulls up from 6 feet. Misses. His own miss over the back of a green wave, but comes up empty on his second look. Rebound, Jez Jones. No look dish to the left wing. Falling out of bounds. The ball saved by Chase Lindgren. Rotation right side to Link. He'll drive in on Nolan Johnson. Turns it back to McDonald. Left side, Stossen, a head fake to draw a defender. All that activity in the shot clock with 20 seconds to go. That's how quickly the ball can move for East Grand Forks when they get in their half-court set. Now Lindgren wants to reset it. He'll drive on Windjam and finds Jez Jones popping out left wing. Jones, a hard crossover, found the baseline, cut it one. Jez Jones going inside and scoring for East Grand Forks. Tremendous play for Jez Jones. And that will bring him to within a point of becoming the 5th Green Wave to double figure. Scott, let's look at this again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Watch this hard crossover dribble that you'll see from Jez Jones. He pops to the corner here, and this crossover is what beats the defender, takes the contact. Boy, that's a tough shot to hit. And he knocks down the foul shot as well. That's a big-time play, Scott. That's a pretty play. And Jez Jones now moving his total out tonight to 13 points. And the lead is now 16 for East Grand Forks. Zechariah Ali for 3 comes up empty, and the rebound will trickle out of bounds. New biggest lead of the night for East Grand Forks is 65-49 Green Wave. Not really feeling like they've taken control of the game, though, have they? You still kind of feel like there's still a lot to go here.
Well, Crookston came back there, and they were cut it to, 9? Now East Grand Forks opened it up again, though.
Jez Jones inside, kick out right corner, 3 by Stossen, nibbles off the front of the rim. Rebound, Nolan Johnson for the Crookston Pirates. They'll give it up in the backcourt for Hespy, and Hespy will take a look up the floor for Crookston. Crossover dribble for Gunnar Groven to get free of pressure. Goes back to Hespy on the right side. Hespy looking in. Johnson popping out left wing, bodies up in, kicks it out. Groven for 3, off the heel of the rim, rebound deflected. Loose ball to Carter Fee for the Pirates, and Fee stepped on the near sideline. Turnover by Crookston will go back to East Grand Forks. They've got to be approaching 20 in the turnover category.
17 unofficial.
It's a big, big night. Turning over the basketball. Have to clean up that part of it. And East Grand Forks' athleticism defensively has played off to where they wanted to. McDonald for 3, hits it. Carson McDonald, he's having a big second half. McDonald now with 11 in the second half, 17 for the game. The lead is 19, 68-49. A drive to the basket by Bo Smith, doesn't get a shot away. And on this possession, the Pirates, or the Green Wave rather, have an opportunity to take a 20-point lead. With 8:40 left to go in the second half, 68-49. East Grand Forks leading Crookston. Green Wave up the floor, McDonald getting a screen, rotating back to the right side for Lindgren. Ali comes out to get him. Lindgren coming back, left-hand dribble, stopped as he got stripped in the lane, and Ali is going to be called for a foul.
You had mentioned McDonald has hit some shots in the second half of this game. The first, he's missed quite a few, so I think he's happy with his shot coming
Finding
around.
a shot here a little bit, sure. And Zachariah Ali fouls out of the game by our numbers. So let's see what Crookston decides to do here. They'll have an opportunity to change out a player if they so choose. First foul shot is good for Lindgren. Lindgren having a big night tonight. That pushes the lead to 20. It's now 69-49. East Grand Forks trying to kind of run away with it here in the second half. Second foul shot rims out. Nolan Johnson, the big freshman coming in for Crookston, has the rebound. And the Pirates come back up the floor, but a turnover, at least momentarily. Lindgren stepped in front of a ball. Lindgren now with 14 points. That was his first miss from the foul line. He made his first 9 foul shots, comes up empty there, and then comes back with another turnover and will earn more attempts from the foul line. Peter Wiersma with his third. Timeouts, foul shots tonight brought to you by our friends at Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of egg tires in the region. And brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround, family-owned and operated promotional shop in Grand Forks. Lindgren with #1 for 15. Lead is 21 for East Grand Forks at 70-49. Now 71-49. 22-point edge for the Green Wave tonight. And still lots of time to work with here. 8:15 to play in the second half. Bo Smith, the look inside for Nolan Johnson. Back in on Lindgren. Got bodied from behind and will go to the line. You know, I really like this Nolan Johnson for Crookston. You watch him play, Scott. He's a freshman, but he's got some awareness of how he can use his body inside. That's a little bit more advanced for his age, wouldn't you say?
Well, he's a big body in there, and he knows how to move people out of the way to get that easy shot or the foul.
First foul shot is no good. Those of you from Crookston that are watching this where Nolan Johnson's missed 3, don't worry about it. This is a freshman in his first varsity action, right? And this will get better, but what you're seeing from him moving on the floor is what's encouraging.
Especially for the future.
Second foul shot for Johnson. That one also no good, a little strong. And a rebound trickles out of bounds. We'll go back to East Grand Forks. In the meantime, the Green Wave go to their bench. We'll see Dodge Hall stepping in. Senior out there for the first time. Really exciting special teams player on the East Grand Forks football team this fall. Zachariah Ali is being talked to by his head coach. Did they not know that he had fouled out?
I'm not sure because he didn't come out right away. So,
or was that his 5th foul?
That must have been then.
They had him with 4 a couple of times on the board. I'm not sure what happened there. Nonetheless, Zachariah Ali is out now. And McDonald at the foul line will connect on the front end. That's also the 8th team foul against the Pirates. So now the Green Wave have a chance to really rack up foul shots. Lead is 23 at 72-49. Second foul shot for McDonald is good. 73-49. East Grand Forks leading by 24. 8 minutes to play second half. Here's another pick by Lindgren. Taking it to the basket against Smith. Had the shot altered. More foul shots coming up. Boy, oh boy.
19 turnovers now for Crookston.
Closing in on that magic number of 20, right? 8 of 10 in the second half for East Grand Forks. They were 15 of 17 from the foul line. They're 8 of 10 in the second half. Make them 9 of 11 as Lindgren knocks that one down. I've got them unofficially of 24 for 28.
Tremendous.
24 of 28 from the foul line. And 25 of 29 from the foul line now. That's unbelievable. 25 of 29 in the first game of the year. 25 of 29 shooting free throws for East Grand Forks. That's impressive. I mean, that's kind of a mark of Michael Maher knowing how to prepare a team to play, huh? To be able to get him to shoot like that?
He probably won't take the credit for it, but
they stumbled onto something the way they ran their 2-a-day practices, though, because they've been very confident from the foul line. Here's another turnover. That'll be the 20th against Crookston. A 3 by McDonald's, an air ball, but the rebound to Dodge Hall. He gets knocked down playing it back to the perimeter, but Chase Lindgren picked it up, and the Green Wave will go back to work. Lindgren crossover left side, drives in, stop, pivot, and a fall away. Missed that one. And Nolan Johnson, the rebound for Crookston. Great bounce pass up the floor, finding Carter Fee, who gets fouled and won. Carter Fee going to the basket. He'll be hit from behind by Dodge Hall, who just got into the game. Carter Fee now with 5 and has a chance for a 3-point play.
Like you said, the freshman, something to look forward to. He got that rebound and outlet. Nice outlet pass to number 23 for the N1.
Well, and there's a freshman post player that reads the floor and stretches it, right? I mean, there's a lot of ceiling for Nolan Johnson. Carter Fee knocks down the bonus 3-point shot, and a timeout will be taken by East Grand Forks. Or so rather, by Crookston. Timeout taken by the Pirates with the lead 23 for East Grand Forks on the All-True scoreboard. 75-52 your score. We have the timeout. We're back with more after a couple of moments. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online, RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
Timeout taken by Crookston with 7:26 to play second half. East Grand Forks 25 of 29 from the foul line tonight. 4 men in double figures. Carson McDonald with 19 points tonight, and Chase Lindgren with 18 points tonight. And those are the usual suspects, right? When we talked about our game fuel tonight, which was brought to you this evening by Logan Karski, your State Farm Insurance representative. We showed it to you. For those of you on the video side, you can see it again. Carson McDonald, 19.6 points a year ago. Chase Lindgren, 17 points a year ago. Right on track for those two this evening. East Grand Forks leading by 23. McDonald looking in, give and go. Back to the basket, McDonald will score. Wow. Pretty play for Carson McDonald to finish off. And the lead is 25 at 77 to 52. 7 minutes to go, second half. Ball left side of the floor, brought up by Reggie Windham. Windham getting a screen from Nolan Johnson. Tried to run screen and roll. Ball was knocked loose. Windham got it back, shoulders his way inside, goes and scores. Windham with 15. I think one of the Green Wave tried to embellish a little hit in there. Fell away a step after he got hit. Lindgren a stop. Back off top of the key for McDonald. McDonald calling for a screen. You see Knutson coming out to set it. Then McDonald from 18. What got into Carson McDonald in the halftime locker room?
He's got his rhythm down, that's for sure.
17 of 23 for Carson McDonald coming after halftime tonight. The lead is 25 at 79-54. Windham stepping left, off the dribble for three. Trickles off the front of the rim, and McDonald a rebound. Carson McDonald back up the floor, 2-on-2. Lindgren looking for a shoulder, Euro step. Tried to spin a ball to the glass, and Nolan Johnson going to be called for a blocking foul. Johnson's first of the night. Again, Thursday night, back on the ice. Grand Forks Central at home to take on Fargo Davies at Purpur Arena. And Red River is at Blue Line Iceplex. Their home digs to face West Fargo Cheyenne. Those two games, West Fargo Cheyenne expected to be kind of a sleeper in the East region. Davies picked top half. Central number 1, Red River number 2. Those will be nice games. Coming up on Thursday night. Both foul shots are good for Lindgren. 27 of 31. Scott, is that even possible? In a game period, much less game one.
We're going to have to rewatch and see because, yeah, that's really a heck of a percentage.
81 to 54. And the difference right now are the 27 foul shots. It's 54 all without the 27 from the line that have gone down. It's unbelievable. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into it. Here's a reverse layup and one for Peter Wiersma. Wiersma will get into the basket and score for Crookston, but, or maybe not an and one. Let's see. No, Wiersma's going to the foul line. They're going to call the foul against Spencer Larson, his third. Just an amazing night from the free throw line for East Grand Forks.
Well, with that difference in points, like you say, the win for East Grand, if they do go on to win this, will be from the free throw line.
Well, that and forcing the turnovers. They forced 20 plus tonight. Foul shot on the way is no good for the Pirates from Peter Wiersma. The and one bonus, or the penalty, I should say bonus. Raphael Jones out top of the key. Brody Knutson for East Grand Forks. Driving right, stop. Back to Raphael Jones, right corner. He'll pull the trigger for three. It's off the heel. Rebound deflected around underneath. Wiersma, or actually Windham's got a man. He's got Wiersma. He'll go to the glass and score. Peter Wiersma. Fast break basket for Crookston. Lead cut to 81-58. Dribbling left, ball taken off the left side by Dodge Hall. He'll work to Spencer Larson. Larson taking a look. Long hold of the basketball. Dodge Hall comes back for it on top. He'll call a play, stepping right, reverses to the right side. Brody Knutson with the basketball. Knutson will look in. Shot clock approaching 10. Good possession here by East Grand Forks. They realize the part of the game that they're in. Knutson driving, scoop layup missing. Offensive rebound, Larson falling away for a putback, draws a foul. But I like that. It's hard sometimes, Scott, to get young players to know that you've got control of the game, run 25 seconds and run your play. And they did that. They did it well.
The other thing, too, is hard to coach is rebounding. That comes within.
Yeah, definitely. They've had a great step on that tonight. And Larson hits 28 of 32 from the foul line. Are they going to make 30 foul shots tonight? There's 5 minutes left in the game. 82-58, East Grand Forks, well out in front of Crookston. Larson second. That one falls short. Rebound scrambled for on the floor. And look at Alexander Link lay out to dig for the loose ball. Found Hall, who goes to the basket and misses. Another scramble. Link another offensive rebound, and he's fouled, trying to kick it out. Well, I'll tell you what, Scott, we don't really know where Crookston's going to be in the echelon of competitiveness this year, but effort for East Grand Forks is not to be questioned. They have been all over it fighting for every loose basketball tonight.
Yeah, you got to give them credit for that for sure. Hustle and non-stop.
Wiersma will become the second Pirate to foul out, I believe, with 4. And the foul shot for Alexander Link was good to make it 83-58. 29 of 34 from the foul line tonight for East Grand Forks. If Link hits this, East Grand Forks will make 30 foul shots in a game, and he does. That could be a record. I mean, I don't know how many times a team has hit 30 foul shots in a single game as a team. Groven trying to cut inside. Jacob Stossen knocks the ball out of bounds. That could very well be an all-time East Grand Forks record. I mean, I don't know. You don't prepare for that, Scott. You know what I mean?
I guess you'd have to go back and look, right? And now we got the score of 84-58, so now we got running time too.
Yeah, the game is, from what I understand, now they've stopped the clock. I don't know why they did that, but 84-58, if it becomes a 35-point lead or more, then it's supposed to be a running time until it's cut back under 30. But that's not where we're at right now. We're at 26. I think they blew that is what they did.
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to be running time. Carter Fee for 3, off the heel of the rim. And a rebound is pulled down by Alexander Link for East Grand Forks. Link up the floor, taking it back from Dodge Hall from 14. Link hits. He's had a huge night rebounding and now gets credited with a field goal as well. And the lead is 86-58. Under 4 to play. And we'll see a whistle and a foul against East Grand Forks. This will put the Pirates on the line for the penalty. Dodge Hall. Dodge Hall has his second. And East Grand Forks going to make a couple changes. Crowd likes it. Darian Dadia will come in, a senior. And we'll also see Nolan Cluck, another senior, coming in for East Grand Forks. So the Green Wave will take some of their players off the floor, start subbing out. Bo Smith is at the foul line for Crookston. First foul shot for Smith is no good. He'll miss the front end of the 1-for-1 penalty. Link into the front court for East Grand Forks. Bounce pass right corner, finding Cluck. Spencer Larson on the left wing, bluffing on a 3. Got to the foul line, takes an extra step and scores. Larson leaning in, a bit of a teardrop. Larson will score his 5th. The lead is 30 at 88-58. And we'll see a whistle, and ball out of bounds is the call. Gunnar Groven stepped on the sideline, actually baseline. And Crookston will make a change. Jacob Halverson, a senior, will step in. And East Grand Forks will send Matt Rickman into the game. Rickman, a junior. Watched Rickman in the JV matchup. He had some nice minutes.
I think they're going to change the call. I think it's going to go, oh, they're calling a foul.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul.
East Grand Forks.
Yep.
So it
foul will go against Nolan Cluck. There was contact on the baseline. I was surprised they didn't call a foul with the way that play came out. So they're going to step in, and they go over and explain it to head coach Michael Mahar, who's not really in a position to argue much right now.
He's not going to say nothing.
30-point lead. First foul shot, no good, however, for Groven. So no damage done. The Green Wave continue to lead by 30 at 88-58. Dodge Hall up front, working right side of the floor. Ball picked up by Dadia. Dadia scrambling for a loose ball, able to find it. Off to Dodge Hall. He'll drive baseline. Got inside the trees, then looks to get rid of it and turned it over. Loose ball to Bo Smith, knocking it away. Crookston up the floor, down numbers. Carter Fee looks left corner. And a pull-up for 3 coming up short from Crookston's Jacob Halverson. Dadia comes back into the front court for East Grand Forks. Dadia stop. Ball comes back to the top for Alexander Link. He'll drive, looks to kick out, and a foul coming up. Link will go to the foul line. It's going to go against Jacob Halverson, who just got into the game for Crookston. Stick around, post-game report. We'll take a look at some of our highlights that we have from this one and have our player awards as well, including our PS Garage Doors Player of the Game Award, our finest auto trim, finest cover. Alexander Link makes East Grand Forks 31 of 36 from the foul line tonight. That's incredible. 31-point lead for East Grand Forks, 89 to 58. Second foul shot is off the heel. That'll bring them to 31 of 37 from the foul line, with the Green Wave another offensive rebound. And with the ball in the 31-point lead. Drive, and here's Jez Jones, my apologies. Dodge Hall getting to the glass and scoring. Dodge Hall makes it 91-58 East Grand Forks. Bo Smith, turnaround fall away on the baseline, won't come down. Rebound taken away by Matt Rickman for the Green Wave. Green Wave up front with 2:25 to go and a timeout just to sub for East Grand Forks. So the Green Wave want to make a couple of substitutions.
With the way East Grand Forks is shooting, are we going to see $1? 91 points right now.
We need 9 to go, huh?
Well, if it's from the free throw line, they're going to do it.
They don't seem to miss those. East Grand Forks 31 of 37 from the foul line tonight. Just an unbelievable number. I'll have to get a hold of Scott Koberinski, the athletic director for East Grand Forks, tomorrow to see if there are records kept for most free throws made in a single game by a team. I can't imagine there were a lot more than that in the record that would be out there if this isn't a record. Rickman, top of the key. Dodge Hall, between the legs dribble, off left side for Dadia. He'll jump stop through a couple of Pirates, then got a loose ball back. Looks inside, finding Hall, who wants to clear out. Shot clock at 10. 3 on the way by Cluck, nibbles off. Rebound deflected up, picked up, and a fall-away putback on the way that comes up strong for Matt Rickman. And this time the rebound controlled by Crookston. Came down with Jacob Halverson. Knocked out of his hands. It'll go back to the Pirates. 1:56 left to go in regulation. Pirates back into the front court. East Grand Forks will improve to 1-0 in the season. Crookston falls to 0-1, and the new year starts rather prophetically. We don't know what the final score in this one will be. A fall-away jump shot that won't go for Crookston's Landon Meyer. East Grand Forks into the front court with the basketball, leading by 33. Ball along the baseline, and Dadia got loose, took the little Euro, and he's going to go to the foul line. But, you know, Scott, in the pregame interview tonight with Coach Michael Mahar, he said, we've won games in the 80s. We have not won games in the 50s. Right now, his team's in the 80s and Crookston's in the 50s. I guess
he didn't mention the 90s.
No, you're right, he didn't. First foul shot, no good for Darian Dadia. The crowd really rooting for Dadia to score. They want him to hit a foul shot. That'll make East Grand Forks 31 of 38 from the free throw line. But the student section behind the East Grand Forks basket, I mean, they're really rooting it on here. Dadia's second foul shot makes it. And the crowd goes crazy as Darian Dadia makes East Grand Forks 32 of 39 from the foul line tonight. And the lead is 92-58 Green Wave with 1:15 to go. Halverson to the right corner. I'll look at a 3 out of the corner by Landon Meyer. He'll rotate back to the top. Found Isaiah Reyes down to the baseline. Off to the right for Meyer. Shot clock approaching 10 seconds. Hespe on the top of the key hoists up a 3. That will go. And a ball on the baseline off of Crookston. And East Grand Forks has it back with 1 minute and a second to go. I don't think you're going to see your 100 points tonight.
Nope.
That's okay, though. You got to see a team hit 32 foul shots in a single night, Scott.
Yes.
That's probably your first, I'm going to guess, for you.
Well, I'm hoping our team will do it end of this week.
When they take on Mandan on Friday night. Games will be on KNOX Live Sports. Ball spins loose. Jacob Halverson for Crookston. And Darian Dadia got his hands up on a ball. Dadia trying to make his way to the basket. The up and under, and he scores. How about Darian Dadia? 3 points for Darian Dadia. 94-58, and now the clock is in running time with a 35-point or larger lead. but we're down to 20 seconds anyway. Ball right side of the floor, Isaiah Reyes. Clock down to 17 seconds. Shot clock is off. Ball on the top of the key for Colton Osborne for Crookston. To the right for Reyes. Reyes got to move along the baseline, cuts back, falls away. And before he can shoot, the clock's going to run out. Let's see what happens here. Does the game end, or does he get to take the foul shots? He apparently still gets to take the foul shots, but the game will come to a conclusion. So we have yet to determine the final score here. This is a two-shot foul. Boy, this is an awkward way to end a basketball game, isn't it?
This is weird. I've never been involved with one of these.
Reyes at the foul line. He's a lefty. The first one's no good. And that means that Crookston will not hit the 60-point plateau tonight. So Michael Mahar wanted to hold teams in the 50s if he could. He will. And the final foul shot with no time left on the clock. This is a strange variable. Second foul shot won't go, and that's the ball game. Your final score here at East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena tonight. East Grand Forks 94, Crookston 58. Final this evening from East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena. Been a fun one tonight. We've got more coming up on our post-game report. We will take a look at the latest highlights that we had from the second half tonight. So stay with us for that. Short break coming up, and we'll take a look at those highlights. So we invite you to stay with us for that. We'll come back in a couple of moments with those. And then we'll also wrap up with our Player of the Game Award and our Finest Auto Trim Finest Cover. That's all coming up as we continue along tonight from East Grand Forks Senior High School. Again, your final score this evening, East Grand Forks 94, Crookston 58. Post-game report is on the way next.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersales.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. Pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. SprayAdvantage.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks. Gear up for ski season or hit the trails on a fat tire bike. At the Ski and Bike Shop, we offer top brands, ski and snowboard service, and everything you need for cold weather fun. The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks, where your next adventure begins.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports tonight. Your final score from East Grand Forks Senior High School tonight is East Grand Forks 94 and Crookston 58. With the win, East Grand Forks 1-0, Crookston 0-1, and the Green Wave hit 32 of 39 foul shots tonight in getting the win. Ryan Cunningham and Scott Dvorak with you tonight. And, of course, our videography work came from Joey Springer here this evening. But I don't know what's more impressive, the 32 of 39 from the foul line that East Grand Forks was, or the fact that they forced well over 20 turnovers. I know, Scott, that you were tracking that statistic throughout the course of the night, and they hit the 20 turnover mark rather quickly in the middle portion probably of the second half this evening, and it just kind of kept snowballing from there. But East Grand Forks, a great effort win in this one tonight.
Yeah, I don't think I missed any, but if I did, it's 21 turnovers for Crookston to only 7 for East Grand Forks. And any team that has that many turnovers, I don't see you ever winning a game.
Yeah, well, and then when you give up 32 of 39 from the foul line as well, right? So 23 points tonight for Carson McDonald leads the way, and 20 points tonight for Chase Lindgren. A lot of damage done from the foul line, but 4 in double figures tonight that we see Brody Knutson score 10 this evening. Jez Jones had 13. Something that will be lost in all of this because of those big numbers, though, is just how athletic this East Grand Forks team is, and it does seem like they've got a plethora of weapons that they can throw at you throughout the course of the night. It's going to be tough to defend everybody on the floor when they come after you at this point.
Well, again, they started out in that press, three-quarter court press, and Crookston dribbled up against it, took it to the hole, to the basket, made some easy shots, and kept it close about three-quarters of the game, and then East Grand Forks was too much on that and pulled away.
Game was just 45-35 at the break. Our post-game report tonight is brought to you by Spray Advantage. Everything you need for spraying an application on your farm. The difference between Spray Advantage and their competitors is that Spray Advantage has what you're looking for in stock. Tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain carts, and seed tenders. 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spray Advantage, make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. And our post-game report brought to you tonight by the Ski and Bike Shop, where your game begins at the Ski and Bike Shop. And again, they're ready for the upcoming winter season. Tonight, we showed you a little bit of their boots. We showed you some of their snowboards that they have. We showed you some of the skis that they want you to get into for the upcoming winter. And hey, even going out on the trails with a bike in the winter, is it true? Yes. Get a Fat Tire bike and you can take that on with a Ski and Bike Shop. Well, let's start by taking a look at some of the highlights that we have in tonight's matchup. Second half, American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency brings you our second half highlights tonight. Again, just an absolute scramble for the Green Wave, winning a battle for a loose basketball. Carson McDonald missing another offensive rebound miss. There's the second one, though, on the offensive rebounding from Brody Knutson. Green Wave scoring there. Lead cut back to 11. Another half-court trap. Another battle for a loose basketball for East Grand Forks. And they get up the floor. That time, Lindgren scoring in transition. Another play for East Grand Forks. The lead is 13 at this point for the Green Wave. This is a great play for Jez Jones tonight. Hard crossover dribble. Goes deep down the baseline. Gets the and one opportunity for Jez Jones. That's a heck of a play. And then down the stretch, fall away here from Lindgren, won't fall. This was a great play up the floor. A little bounce pass to Carter Fee. Carter Fee goes in, takes the and one. Crookston gets a little bit to hang their hat on there at the end of the game. And those are the highlights that we had for you tonight in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency highlights for the evening. So let's take a look at our scoring summary that we had for you tonight with Who Lit the Lamp. It's brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. And for whatever reason, there it is. Our scoring summary is up. Carson McDonald, 23 points tonight for East Grand Forks. Chase Lindgren with 20. And East Grand Forks was 32 of 39 from the foul line tonight. Reggie Windjam had 15 points to co-lead the Pirates, along with Zechariah Ali, who had 15 points, and 4 3-point shots came down from Zechariah Ali. I was impressed on the Crookston side tonight, Scott, with Zechariah Ali and his shooting ability, Reggie Windjam with his athleticism and sort of his know-how. But when we started taking a look at the East Grand Forks players, one of the stats that's not on the screen, I don't know how many rebounds Alexander Link had tonight, but when he got in the game off the bench, he just went to work hard on the glass tonight. Those are effort plays, and he made a lot of those tonight. Really did.
Well, East Grand Forks with that pressure in the second half made Crookston shoot some awkward off-balance shots, and you know, those aren't high percentage shots, which you know, started to increase the gap between East Grand Forks and Crookston.
So again, East Grand Forks with the win tonight, and that's Who Lit the Lamp, and it's brought to you this evening by Bergstrom Electric. I think that, you know, Chase Lindgren, Carson McDonald, they were the leaders coming back into this thing. And I have a feeling that we're probably going to see a lot more of them throughout the course of the season. It seems like they're primed and ready to go. Would you agree?
For sure, with Carson McDonald, I don't think he was happy, like I said earlier, in his shooting in the first half. Second half, I think he'll be happy about it. I'm sure his dad will. That's for sure.
Again, final score tonight is 94-58 for East Grand Forks. They get the win this evening behind 23 points from Carson McDonald, 20 from Chase Lindgren. We've got more in our post-game report. A quick break. We'll come back with our player awards. We've got our Player of the Game award, our finest cover of the game tonight, all as we continue with our post-game report this evening. Our post-game report brought to you by Spray Advantage, everything you need for spraying an application on your farm, and brought to you this evening as well by our friends at the Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks, ready to get you moving for the upcoming season. Let's take one final break, and we'll come back with conclusion to our post-game report next. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. Pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. SprayAdvantage.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks. Gear up for ski season or hit the trails on a fat tire bike. At the Ski and Bike Shop, we offer top brands, ski and snowboard service, and everything you need for cold weather fun. The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks, where your next adventure begins.
Final score again this evening, 94-58. East Grand Forks with the win over Crookston this evening. Our post-game report is brought to you this evening by Spray Advantage, everything you need for spraying an application on your farm, and brought to you by the Ski and Bike Shop, where your game begins in Grand Forks. East Grand Forks celebrating a win to start their season tonight with a 94-58 victory over Crookston this evening. Well, let's take a look at our final awards that we have for tonight. We'll start with our Player of the Game award this evening, and our Player of the Game is brought to you by PS Garage Doors, where again, call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR for PS Garage Doors. The PS stands for perfect service, and that's what they have for you at PS Garage Door. Any make, any model of garage door that you're looking for, you'll find it at PS Garage Doors, and they can service everything they sell and service any make and model of garage door at PS Garage Doors. So again, call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR for PS Garage Doors in Devils Lake and Grand Forks. And this one's a hard one tonight because of how many different players contributed in this matchup this evening. Carson McDonald has the big second half, though. 17 of his 23 coming after halftime tonight. I kind of feel like he's the guy that took the game over. Chase Lindgren had 20 points, just a pair of field goals, though, made a bunch of foul shots. But I feel like Carson McDonald's probably the obvious choice for player of the game tonight. Scott, what do you think?
You would have to give it to him. The only other way is if you can take that trophy, cut it in half, and give them each a half.
There you go.
But with Carson McDonald scoring an extra 3 points gives him a little bit of an edge maybe.
Yeah.
Especially a big second half.
Not only that, but yeah, he had 7 field goals in the second half tonight. He was only at the line 4 times tonight and knocked down a couple of big threes for East Grand Forks. So Carson McDonald, our Player of the Game award this evening with 23 points for East Grand Forks. Our next award is our Finest Auto Trim Finest Cover of the Game, and it's brought to you by Finest Auto Trim, where their motto is big or small, they cover it all. Finest Auto Trim specializing in recovering vehicle and marine seats. If you've got boat seats that need a new cover on them to give them extra support and extra look. If you've got some implements that you were out in during this harvest season and your seats aren't holding up to it, it's time for Finest Auto Trim. Let them take advantage of the opportunity of time during your off season to get those seats put together for your tractor, your combine. Finest Auto Trim, big or small, they cover it all. When it comes down to defensive coverage tonight, I guess just thinking it over, Raphael Jones, maybe? He stands out as a guy that really created some havoc on the defensive side tonight. Speed, got around the ball. Scott?
Especially probably on that press early on. Yeah, he was a good defender for to take that award. I would agree.
Yeah, went full court with it. I mean, I know he fouled out, but I'll tell you what, while he was out there, lots of effort tonight. I kind of like it. So.
Well, if you use your 5 fouls, you know that you're out there working and digging for the ball and playing good defense, because that's how you're going to get your 5 fouls.
Absolutely. Finest auto trim, finest cover of the game. We'll go to Raphael Jones for East Grand Forks this evening. And then our final award tonight is from Northland Community and Technical College. And this is our Points Against Hunger, where teams have the opportunity to score points and help stamp out hunger in the region with Northland Community and Technical College. Northland Community and Technical College is right here in our own backyard in East Grand Forks, and you can start the liberal arts degree that you're looking for at Northland Community and Technical College and do it for less than going elsewhere. And as our teams score points tonight, money is raised to go to the Pioneer Food Pantry here in East Grand Forks to help stamp out hunger in our region that we have for you tonight. Well, you know, normally I might take a look at the foul shooting, but $32 is a lot for one game. East Grand Forks was 32 of 39 in that regard, but I'll tell you what, how about we do this? For every 10 foul shots they made, we'll go with $3, or whether with $1, so that would be $3 there. And then East Grand Forks tonight hits 1, 2, 3, 4 3-point shots this evening. So the 3-point shots along with a foul, or $1 for every foul shot. How about $6 to $7 tonight? Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds like an even number.
We'll do it that way.
Except 7's not an even number.
No, but 3.5.
Yes.
If you got 350 and I got 350, that's even.
Yeah, there you go. We'll cut the 7.5.
There you go. I like it. Yeah, $7 will go to the Pioneer Food Pantry tonight from Northlands Community and Technical College here in East Grand Forks. And with that, we wrap up Thursday night. We're at Purpur Arena for Central and Fargo Davies, and also at Blue Line Iceplex, where Grand Forks Red River will take on West Fargo Cheyenne. And Scott, we see you Friday when Red River's at home to take on Mandan in a twin bill, girls and boys doubleheader.
Yeah, we're excited to hit the court and play another team, and Mandan's got a high stake as far as getting a few votes now for their rankings. So
big one coming up then on Friday night.
It is, yeah, and it's going to give us an opportunity to see where we are at. We're probably a little bit younger than before, and we'll kind of like Coach Maher, we're going to see who can step up and hit some shots for us.
I like it. I like it. Well, Scott, thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you using your off night to hang out with us.
Thank you for having me. It was
Scott,
a lot of fun.
Scott Dvorak joining us tonight for color commentary and analysis. Big thank you to Joey Springer with our video work tonight as well. We'll see you again on Thursday. For those of you on the radio side, we'll send you back to regular programming. Video side, thank you for joining us. We'll see you again on Thursday. This has been our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. We're back with more next time.